Thank you for your business. I would like to, before I get started, I think I would like to thank you for all the business you have done, being here in the evening. And one big good news which I want to share is, as per the IDC, the Q4 report, we are number one in the x86 market. So thank you for your business. Without your support, it would not have happened. So it's a proud moment for us that we are launching 12G servers, and we are number one. So thank you once again for all the association, all the support, and all the encouragement that you have given us. I'm actually, to really speak on to do more with IT. So before I get to talking about to do more with IT, I think I have a problem with this light. Okay, fine. Thank you. So let's look at what's happening around us. So let me check. How familiar are we on the challenges which some of the IT folks among some of you here, some of globally are facing. Any guesses on how many transactions is Walmart doing in an hour? Any guesses? Any number? 5 lakhs? 100 million? Pretty high, not there. Okay. I think it's about $1 million transaction per minute. So per hour. So that's a big transaction. How many applications are downloaded from mobile application downloaded let's say every minute? Any guesses? It's roughly 70 or 1,000. How much is the time taken for a retail industry to really conceptualize a product and to launch? Roughly 2 weeks. How much is the time taken for, how many web hosting companies are registered in a minute, every second? If you really look at every such data points, how much of data has got generated in the last year, 2010? 1.8, 1 second, zettabytes of data. I will give you several data points here. 1 million transactions, 2 weeks to really market, 565,000 business establishment coming in a month. So all of these are actually talking about the speed at which things are moving. And I'm sure, even if you ask Warren Buffett, did he plan thinking that he can do so much of business when we started his enterprise, and when he looked at his infrastructure, I'm sure he would not even dreamt out. So that's the power of IT, power of technology is actually much more than what we are envisaging as even when we sit in the boardroom. Somebody else is inventing something, somebody else is collaborating with somebody and really getting an output. So that's what we are working. So today, whatever you see here, it is not going to be just a Dell effort. It's about the ecosystem which we have created and the partnership which we have with technology partners. And like Ranjit started off, many things are reflection of what we hear from you, what feedback we get from you. So I'll go to the next thing in terms of how to really talk about power to do more. Now, what is this philosophy of Dell which we are saying about? One is achieve more with less. So how do you really get a solution which actually gives you more efficiency? Second is about deliver results faster, the speed of delivering results faster. Today we have stacks. So if you really look at the first thing is get applications which is ready to be launched so that you can really get better results. Second is ready to results faster. So we have stacks which is cloud ready. Vikas told about cloud ready infrastructure. We are talking about various other infrastructure tech tested and configured to really launch faster in your environment so that you can get the thing. Third thing is about the efficiency. Efficiency is not just about speed, it's about cost, it's about running more efficiently, and it can be end user efficient. It can be measured in multiple ways. Some measure it by power, some measure by cost, but in whichever form you take, you would see us actually making a big impact. So I don't want to get into the 12G features, but you will know that this product has come with a great efficiency story in terms of the business agility, the compute power, in terms of the cost which is required. It is in terms of the running cost. All those features are really commendable. What I want to do is the next 15 minutes is generally take you to the journey. So many people know Dell. Some of your colleagues whom I know from the past, have met me and then were asking, What's so new about this event? I have not seen Dell doing so much of such a big event. What is so special about it? Today, every organization gets associated with something which is done in the past, something which you have done very well. Sometimes it is good, sometimes it becomes a little bit a challenge to really say that we have more than something. Like, so what is Xerox? Xerox is nothing but Xerox is nothing. It is not equal to photocopy. Xerox is a brand name, right? So that photocopy got branded with Xerox. So similarly, a lot of companies. So today Dell got synonymous with PCs. Does it mean that we don't have the rest of the things? So it becomes sometimes difficult to really establish the fact that we are a thorough enterprise player today. So what I want to do is some of the journey which has happened in Dell and what we had from 2009 to 2012. That's what I will do and where we are. So look at what happened. So Dell had a typical hardware which is x86 server. Then came the era of virtualization. So we came with a cloud-edge server. So this is what happened in the clouds in the server stack. We had storage, which is the power storage, which is directed storage, and then we had the company which acquired, which was the Ecologic. So we had iSCSI storage. So we and probably only one competitor had at that point of time an iSCSI based storage. So we were pioneers, and today we are number one in iSCSI in the market. We had the in terms of networking, we had a Power Connect switches, which is more of the outside and the edge networking, which I will say that the campus networking story. When in next in terms of a management story, it was about element management. We had open managed solution, which is bundled into our hardware, which was doing this piece. Security, we never had a solid security product from our end. It was more of integrating most of our technology vendor partnerships and giving an end-to-end solution. In services, Dell is historically for last 25 years are pioneers in product support. Today probably the benchmark in many organization benchmarks Dell's product support. You will watch that that if you say something, it will happen in that many hours. You would have seen 9 out of 10 times or 9.9 times it has happened, and I am sure a lot of you vouch for that. Implementation services, yes, setting up infrastructure for you, running it, yes, we have had that capability. We bought in the manage and consulting piece when we acquired Pero System and integrated. So we have IT managed services, consulting services, application and BPO. The entire arm came in with Pero acquisition. So this is what we had pretty much in 2009. What happened in 2010? We have a scalar architecture on servers. We had acquired two areas. We had the storage, Exanet, and in terms of file and deduplication technology acquired through our acquisitions. So these two pieces integrated into this product. So it's important to really, it's not about standing here and saying, look, we had money, we bought so many companies. That's not the story. It's about making sure that we have technology which enables the data center to work more efficiently and which makes it meaningful to customers. And above all, it has to be open, and it should be able to integrate with multiple technology. We do not believe in rip and replace things. So anything which you buy from Dell can be integrated to what you have as a platform. That's very important. And whatever we launch will go with that philosophy. We had the wireless network piece coming in. In terms of management, you would have heard about system management coming in. We had workload management, which is what VS aim, which said one is that ability to manage multiple environment with a single console. Let's say multiple servers in multiple environment through one single console, which we got with Scalent. VAS piece which Vikas told about. It is about virtualizing not just the data center. It is not about the server. Today we are talking about workload management. It's virtualizing the data center itself. So people who are in an MNC working with multiple data centers can today think about using the actually follow the sun approach. You have a data center in Japan, you have something in Europe, something in, let's say, in US. How do you really make advantage of the time zones? And if when something is not operational, can I use the compute capacity of that? So today when you look at planning, it's also taking into consideration your ability to move workloads from one location to another seamlessly and make sure that the output is required for customers, your internal users are happening. So that's the power of VAS which has come in. Automatic provisioning, billing, all this capability came from there. Second came this, cloud and cluster management. Today, when you talked about cloud, there's been always a challenge about I have some ready applications, but I don't know how to move it because I have a challenge of my application not being ready. So think of a situation, months and months of effort, which has to go in terms of writing this thing, writing applications to make it cloud ready, or making an intermediate layer which can talk these two. So here is a platform which is available for you in Bhumi, which is a software company which we acquired, which gives a platform which actually can make you to host on cloud, plus can seamlessly talk between a cloud environment as well as your private networking within your organization. So applications being talking to each other. So that's the cloud ready infrastructure. Come 2012, so let's what has happened. So we are talking about today in terms of storage. We have got the Compellent acquisition, which got into a fiber channel enterprise class storage coming in. In terms of core networking, we had Force10 coming in terms of switching, and then we are talking about ANS network, which gives you actually a memory virtualization, which makes sure that the power to compute going up. Second thing is, all the three are about 10 gig. That's the power of, actually making sure that you get a seamless efficiency and at a very high-end technology at a much lesser cost. I think this is very important. So this whole virtualizing the entire data center between core network storage and the server comes in there. So that's the whole piece stack completed. Cloud piece I talked about. Second is the third thing is the managed security services, which we got through SecureWorks. So today, these are some of these technologies probably not yet launched here, but it's something which is available on cloud. And you will see that phase of launch. Some of these companies which we acquired are actually part of US, largely proliferated in the US market, and the European market has to come in. But important thing is it shows the journey, and a lot of things which we acquired are already come here. And then you would have heard about AppAssure, which is a backup recovery a software solution which we have acquired, and then it got integrated. So you will see that. So in principle, what I wanted you to know is that the amount of technology which is coming, which is there with Dell today as an IP, which can be offered to you to really make it more efficient. Second thing is these technologies are much integrated with many of our products, as well as can be integrated with competitive technologies. So you don't have to get into this lock-in fear. Second thing is in terms of running cost piece of it, it's much more efficient. So that's the power, and you don't get in any lock-in. So that's a very powerful story which we have, and this is the change view of Dell. And some of these companies which you have acquired, and the recent announcement was about SonicWall and others. I'm not even capturing here because that whole transaction is not complete. But the message is Dell is changing from what is known. So we are proud of the fact that we have a lot of management schools. We all have studied about Dell's story about being fast in supply chain management, cash management, and all those things has been known for Dell, right? So there has been, and we retain that same, so that execution agility we have. But today's Dell, we heard about Dell. Vikas talking about spending almost $1 billion in investment in R&D, and that continues to go up. And today, our whole overall planning exercise, the share of R&D budgets are pretty high. And it's not just acquiring; it's integrating and developing new technologies. So that's the thing. So it's a changing Dell where we are talking about more IP, more relevance to being a technology player. So that's the way we are. So you've seen different stacks. I'll give you the next piece of how Dell is looking at things. So you have seen product stacks coming in terms of file print, HPC, database, collaboration. How did we really move from there to application level management, and today finally moving to a stage where we have a full stack. So full stack, we start is a virtualization ready stack which is on VMware, which has got the server storage network piece. We are talking about QuickStart. QuickStart is a product which is actually working on Microsoft SQL Server 2012. Basically, it is an analytics tool solution which is integrated with the entire stack. So a lot of companies are looking at predictive intelligence today, and a predictive management data piece. So it's not, it's basically for a mid-range companies, and making them enable to be really fast and agile into their business. So that's a solution which is available. Likewise, you will see one is that we get the whole stack. It doesn't mean that we are locking in customers, but it is all ready to use, fast to market, fast to adapt. That's one thing. But every piece in that layer is going with our philosophy. So that's a story we have. So you've heard about Dell coming with a lot of IP in terms of servers, storage, network, services. So if you really look at how are we aligned today, we are a great product story. We have a great software story. We have great application story and services story. So that's the whole piece. So all the three pairs of services, software and hardware coming in, and then whole integration thing. Third is we are having an integrated stack of solutions which can be ready to use. So this is a brief of what we can do, what we are here, but I just want you to know that, look, if you want some more information, some more depth of discussions, you can be in touch with your account executive who represents Dell to you. We will come with our people, and wherever you require, in terms of our visits to our facilities, we will be happy to take you there and demonstrate our value proposition. So thank you for hearing. Have a nice evening. Thank you very much.